Welcome, friends, to Crazy Women Country, where women's voices matter. We bring you the greatest female voices in the music industry, from the artists, songwriters, and producers, to managers and executives, and all the women who make the music industry what it is today. Thank you for joining us.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Crazy Women Country. My name is Paula and today we have Mary Rachel with us. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
No worries. No worries. Thank you for joining us. Oh, joining me.
Yeah.
So used to saying us. So used to saying us. Okay, so the first question. This is probably the hardest question that we ask.
All right.
Who is Mary Rachel?
Whoa, that is the hardest question. Well, she is a fiddle player and mandolin player from Bowling Green, Kentucky. And she is married to Kody Norris, which is why the band that I'm in, the Kody Norris Show. And we have 6 dogs. And we live in Northeast Tennessee in a little town called Mountain City, Tennessee, which is where Kody's from. Yeah.
So that ties in with the Christmas song.
Yeah. The Christmas song we just released back in December was called Mountain City Christmas, and it's an original of Kody's that I've tried to get him to release, and he finally did this year, and it was very successful. So
it's awesome. It's a great song. Absolutely great song. Perfect. I love it. So what is it like being the only female in a majority male band?
Well, it has its perks because I get to make all the decisions. So, especially being married to Kody, no, I don't get to make all of them, but me and him, I wouldn't say that we're partners because it's his band. But, naturally, I want the best for him and he does for me. And so we try to work everything out, short term and long term, how it's going to affect the band and our relationship and our business, so to speak. And I love getting to travel with Charlie and Josiah. They are wonderful guys, and they have great women in their lives. And Josiah's wife, Cassie, they just had a baby. She's 2 years old, I guess. And so Hazel has become our little adopted kid. So yeah, it's pretty awesome though. And then some days it's hard too because you're just they have their inside jokes and I just kind of do my own thing, and but for the most part it's really nice.
It works well. That's really good. Okay, cool. So we've mentioned obviously your previous single. So let's talk about the new single that's coming out. That's out.
Yeah.
So it's called I can't read my writing. It's terrible. You can tell them. You tell them what
it's called. Let All the Girls Know You're a Cowboy. And it's actually, this song has been released for a while, but it's our featured single from Rhinestone Revival. And it's just a true, it's almost kind of got 2 ways it could go. It could be a song based on like a guy wanting to like truly be a cowboy, like, learn to rope and ride and do all those things. And then there's another side of it that it could be like a funny kind of, this guy wants to be a cowboy, meaning he goes to Nashville and he decides he wants to be an urban cowboy. And if you've ever seen that movie, you'll kind of know what I mean, where he thinks that being a cowboy is just by the clothes you wear rather than like the way of life. And so the new video with that, we decided to go the funnier route, which is the urban cowboy look. And Kody plays the character in that, and then the band's in it as well. But it was filmed in Nashville downtown on Broadway. And so it's really cool on that aspect of things. But it's actually an old country song. I think his name was Jim Silvers. And we found it and kind of bluegrassed it up and came up with a little catchy beginning to it. And it's been a big hit for us this year. But this song kind of closes out Rhinestone Revival, which I have to brag, just won Album of the Year back in January. And very, very honored by that. So this song and single will close out the album, and then we'll be releasing singles from the new one. So
awesome. So you mentioned awards. I've heard you just won a few more awards. Tell us all about them.
Well, I hate to brag, but I'm very proud of the
No,
band.
brag away, brag away.
And very proud of Kody. But back in January at the SPIGMA Awards, which is Society for the Preservation of Bluegrass Music of America. It's very long, but it's been going for 40, 50 years. And the band won Entertainer of the Year, which is the big award, kind of, because that means, we take pride in our entertainment aspect of the show. And then Josiah, our banjo player, won Banjo Player of the Year. We won Song of the Year, Album of the Year, Instrumental Group of the Year, Overall Band of the Year, and then I took home the Fiddle Performer of the Year too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. You should brag. That's awesome.
We had a big night there in Nashville, and since then we've had it's like everything's kind of just, came about, and it's been a good last year and a half, and we are so honored to have a good team behind us. And we've played the Opry a couple times, just played it back in February, and just kind of one of those things. So
amazing. Playing the Opry must be the ultimate goal for anybody in sort of
that's the
country
highlight.
Bluegrass river.
Yeah. When you make it there, it's like, okay, what do we do now? Because that's what you look forward to for years, And for us, I mean, Kody and the band, we've all decided like we want to play as much as we can, but we also would love to be Grand Ole Opry members at some point too. And we're very young. I'm 26. Cody's 30. I'm not 26. I'm 28. Kody is 36, and Josiah's 24, and Charlie's 22. So we're all really relatively young, and that might be a couple years down the road, but that's definitely where we're going for. So
perfect. Sounds amazing. Sounds absolutely amazing. And I must admit, I love your sound. It's a real retro, but it's definitely old school.
Yeah.
It's not the sound you hear very often these days. And I listened to your Christmas song, and it's absolutely amazing. Absolutely love it. So tell us more about the sound. Is that something you came together as a band to do, or was that just,
Well, I think I've been in the band going on 10 years. Josiah's been here 7, and Charlie's been here going on 4. So this band has been together 4 years. Kody has had a band for going on 16 years. With that being said, and I've heard him say this a lot in interviews, when you start out as a band, you're always covering someone else's music because that's what you do, You're trying to get a start and feel like, find your way. And for years we were doing, the Stanley Brothers stuff and Jimmy Martin and Bill Monroe and all that stuff, the stuff that we absolutely love. But we've quickly found out, that stuff's already been done. We got to find our own little thing. And so Kody's kind of developed the style, and what you hear is 100% his style of music. And he's taught us kind of how he wants us to play things, and he can play every instrument. So that helps, when you're needing to show somebody something. So I have to say he's actually created it, but me and Josiah have this little thing that we know what each other's going to really do. And so when me and Josiah kind of arrange the music, I would say. Kody creates it, he writes it, he comes up with it, but me and Joe, we sit down and kind of get it lined out. So
awesome. It's amazing, I have to say. Absolutely love it. Okay, so tell me, who are some of the sheroes that you've looked up to? So the women you've looked up to in music.
Well, I have to say that about 4 years ago, and I still don't consider myself like a very polished and well-rounded singer, but 4 years ago, I almost couldn't sing a lick, like to the point where I didn't think I was ever going to really be able to sing harmonies, or I don't know. I couldn't hear it. I didn't grow up singing, was always kind of timid to do it. So Loretta Lynn and Connie Smith, they have no idea how much those two people have helped me learn to sing, and they've never done a thing. They just recorded music. But that music is what I wanted to sing. And so I would, learn the words, and I might start out 5 or 6 chords lower than what they were singing in, but I want to sing it so bad that I would, slowly step up and be able to sing in the key that they are. Not as well as they have done it, but I have my own little thing that I do, and so those two people have been very inspirational in my vocals of that part. As far as playing, I, there's been so many that if I started naming them, I would probably forget about somebody that was really important. But everybody, I love Lynn Morris. I don't know if you're familiar with her music, but she's a banjo player, and there's a video floating around on Facebook of her playing, and I think she's overseas somewhere, maybe Ireland or England or somewhere, and she's playing the banjo and she's just getting with it, and that just set my, like, I love that, and just seeing her, everybody just, so I would say those three people have been very, very inspirational, but I listen to a lot of country music. So a lot of the old Norma Jean. Do you remember Pretty Miss Norma Jean? She was along before Dolly, with Porter, and I love her music. So yeah, there's been a lot of people though along the way.
Awesome. That's very cool. Very, very cool. Okay, so let's have a look. Are you ready for our 13 crazy questions?
I guess.
Don't be scared. Don't be scared. It's not that scary, I promise. They're fun. They're easy, I think. Let me get my computer to work. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Nice and easy. What's your favorite type of transport?
My favorite what?
Your favorite type of transport.
Oh, transport. I like the bus. Our tour bus. I love the bus because I can lay back there in the bed with our dogs, and Kody or whoever's driving has to just get us to the show. So that's my favorite kind.
That's perfect. Do you tour with the dogs?
Yes, they have their own little space in the bus. 5 of them travel with us. We have 6. The 6th one is a big husky collie mix that we rescued. We got him on the side of the road, and he stays at home. But the other ones, they're a full family: mom, dad, three babies, and they're all full grown, 7, 8 years old now, and they travel with us. Yeah.
Oh, that must be fun on the bus. That must be fun on the bus.
Love
it. Sounds like fun. It sounds like heaven. Seriously, all those dogs. Come on.
Yeah.
Okay. If you have a bad day, do you have a TV show or a film that you turn to?
Yes, I love Shark Tank.
Okay, yeah.
I am behind the scenes. I'm very, very engineering mind, I guess. Like, I want to know how everything works. I want to do it. I want to, like, we have several businesses in our local town that we own and operate, and I just want to do everything. Like, while I'm young, I want to do it. And so Shark Tank has been a way for me to kind of tame my thoughts. Like, I don't have to do it. I'll just let them figure it out, And Kody is not a big fan of it, but I love Shark Tank.
That's awesome. I love that. I must admit, there's a show on in Canada, I think it is, and they build wooden houses. And I love watching it. I love how they put it together, and you see how the place just comes together. It's just absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. So yeah, I can understand where you come with that one. Okay. If I came to you and said I have a dead body, do you know a good place to hide it?
If I say yes and something happens, then people are going to be coming to me wanting to know where the body's at.
Seriously, they'll be coming to every artist we've ever interviewed.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
You do? Okay, cool. You can tell me after the show. We'll keep it between us. Okay. So if you could write with anybody, dead or alive, so either the music side or the words, who would you like to write with?
I'm not a big songwriter. I am starting to dabble in it a little bit.
Or who would you like to learn from? There you go. How about that one?
I don't think he did much songwriting, but for some reason, I think it would be George Jones, because him and Tammy Wynette, they had their love life, and it kind of got blown up, and whatever happened, and right or wrong, and so they were going through a lot personally at that time, and they were the biggest things in the country at the time also. So I think it would be neat to write with either him or Tammy, because they had so much, like, they were going through a lot, and that's when you get the best songs, I think.
I bet they'd have some amazing songs, amazing stories to tell. It would be awesome. Okay. If your life was a reality show, what would you call it?
If I say this, I'm gonna have to explain it, but probably Chasing Chubby. My nickname is Chubby because if anybody follows bluegrass music, all the old time fiddle players were always Chubby Anthony, Chubby Wise. They were all named Chubby for some reason.
Okay.
Well, it might have been obvious reasons, but anyways, one day I was learning to play one of their songs, and Kody looked over at me and said, "Get it, Chubby," meaning like Chubby Wise. Well, the people in the crowd, it just stuck, and so it went from Chubby, and then it's everybody. That's, if you know me, that's what you call me. And so that's the second part of it. Chasing Chubby would be because I'm all over the place. I'm doing something all the time, so that might be kind of fun.
I love that. Chasing Chubby.
If I'm not chasing some crazy dream, I'm chasing the dogs down the road because they got out of the fence. So
no, that's funny. I love that. You've got to love dogs, haven't you? I mean, they stay in their garden, they love it. As soon as that gate's open, it's like, they turned to greyhounds. It's like, what the hell did that come from?
Yeah.
I understand that one. Okay. Which artist would you love to duet with, or which artist would you like to play with?
I have to say that if they're living, it would probably be Dolly.
That'd be awesome. Yeah.
If they're, I don't know. I'm here lately. I'm on a Lainey Wilson kick too. She's, modern country, and I love
awesome.
that. Yeah. I love, just everything about her. But I would say if it was someone in the past, I'd probably go back to Loretta. I got to meet her one time, and she was just a kind soul, and country is cornbread, and what you see is what you got, like, I love that.
That is awesome. That is amazing. And you actually got to pick Loretta. That's just, that is just perfect. That really is. Okay. If you owned a bar, what would you call it?
Chubby's.
I love it.
And actually, believe it or not, I have thought about if I owned a restaurant, naming it Chubby's Cheeseburgers.
That would be very cool, actually.
Yeah, but there is a place called that already, I think, but I didn't know it at the time. So.
Oh, okay. Okay. You just have to tweak it slightly, couldn't you? And it'll fit. That would be very cool. Okay. What scares you the most? Apart from failure or anything like that, what anything else that scares you?
Recently, I have gotten this weird thing that I hate snakes. And I don't know where that's come from, because I've never been one, like, if I've seen it, they always kind of creep me out. But they, like, make me, like, my heart just flutter. I don't know, they, in a bad way. Like, one time we were in Las Vegas, and we were walking down the main strip, looking at all the sights and sounds and all that, and out of nowhere, this guy's walking through the people, and he has a snake, like, up on his shoulder, and it was like a huge white python wrapped all the way around him almost. And that guy almost got punched, because, like, I was unaware that was going to take place, and I just didn't like it. And ever since then, I've just had this, I don't like them. I don't know. So
I'm with you there. The snakes creep me out. They're just, I don't know, they do things that they shouldn't be able to do, like, yeah. And we get snaked here, and it's just like we've got this little scooper thing, and we kind of just arm's length pick it up, throw it away.
Yeah, it's been it's not. I am scared if I have if you're talking about like ways to die, I guess. Drowning would be like, I can't even imagine that. But fire,
it's very peaceful.
Yeah,
they say drowning is supposed to be very peaceful if you can relax and go with it. But I don't know how many people can actually relax and let themselves drown.
Yeah, and then fire. I'm scared. We double check and check and check every time we leave the house. That we've not left the stove on or something. But fire is weird to me too. So
fire is just lethal. It's just mad. Okay. So, what would be your plan in a zombie apocalypse? How would you survive?
I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know if I would. Well, you can't shoot them, I don't guess. So
they really die very easy. Zombies. They kind of just wander the earth and supposedly eat brains and random stuff like that.
I guess I just try to. Just depends on where I'm at and what's in my surroundings. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Depends on the location. I don't know.
I don't know what you would do. I don't know what you would do in any apocalypse.
I mean, either just keep your head down, hope you don't get found. Okay. What's your guilty food pleasure?
Ice cream.
What flavor? What flavor?
I like all kinds of ice cream, but I don't like mint chocolate chip. Ooh, I do not like those flavors together. I love just chocolate and vanilla, but I don't want like a rich chocolate. I just want it to be chocolate. And a lot of times you get and it's lingering 2 hours later, Actually, last night, Kody and I, it had been a long day, and I was like, "You ready to go to bed?" And it was like 8:30, and he's like, "Yeah." So we went and laid in bed and watched movies and stuff. And about 10:30, I was like, "Do we have ice cream down there?" And so he comes downstairs and gets us 2 big old bowls of ice cream. So that's my guilty. Yeah.
I love ice cream. Ice cream bowl. That's cool. Okay. What's the weirdest thing in your fridge?
I don't know if I have anything weird, but I'm not a big cook. Kody does all of our cooking, so I have to give credit where it's due. But he loves Worcestershire sauce.
Oh, Worcestershire, yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'm saying that right. And he puts it, we eat it in a lot of things, but he has this thing where he'll turn it up and drink it.
Oh, okay.
So it's so gross, yeah. And so I guess if I have to think about something that's not technically bad when it's in other things, but to just drink it.
Drink it is just that's strange. You should try it on cheese on toast.
Is it good? I'll tell him.
That's a tell him that. Try it on cheese on toast. It's awesome. And then drink it. I don't know how good it is for you actually.
Drinks it like a Diet Coke or wine or something. He just
that is definitely different. I love it. Okay. So, what are 3 things you would always have with you?
Obviously, my wallet. Actually, no, my phone. My phone's always with me. My wallet gets left behind quite a bit. There's many times where I'm driving down the road and I go to try to find my wallet and it's not with me. It's in the other car. So if I ever get pulled over, they're going to have to just excuse that part. And then I would say that Kody would be the second one because we are together 24/7. We work together. We play music together. All of our businesses are together. So, and I don't know. Maybe I would say my fiddle, but I don't take it everywhere. I'm gonna just have to leave it there.
Okay. I understand you and your wallet. I'm terrible for that. I drive down the road and I realise, oh, God, if I get stopped by the police, I
Yeah.
don't have any proof of anything.
Oh, my
No
wedding
driver's
ring.
license or anything.
My wedding ring will always be with me because I never take it off.
Awesome. Awesome. I
Yeah.
love that. That's cool. Okay, last question. If you could visit anywhere, well, where would you like to visit?
Well, it used to be Australia, and then we went there back in November. We were there 2 weeks playing on a tour. Now I would say, I think you were saying Spain. I think that would be really neat. I think that, the beauty of that. We were going to Norway later in the year. We've been to Ireland. We're going to the Netherlands, and so those are places that I've always said I want to go, but now they're kind of coming true. So
Yeah,
Sweden, I would like to go to Sweden.
Sweden. That's very
Yeah,
nice. Yeah.
and one thing that I don't know why I think I want to do it because it's like almost impossible, but is to go to the North Pole. I think that the North
That'd
Pole
be
would be
cool.
so neat. Like and there are excursions to both
Mm.
North and South Pole, but they're very, very, very expensive, like $60,000, $70,000, which I don't know
Okay,
how that compares to you all, but
that's still a lot of money.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's like just your excursion. So it's like I don't want to go that bad, but if somebody else is paying for it, I would go.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
I would love to see the Northern Lights. It's supposed to be absolutely amazing. I've seen pictures and I've had friends go to it, and it's supposed to be absolutely awesome.
that would
But
be so
yeah,
cool.
that'd be
Yeah.
very cool. That'd be very, very cool. Perfect. Well, that was fun. You did amazing. They weren't that bad, were they? They weren't too scary.
That, yeah. The apocalypse
They're
one
not.
that caught me off guard. I don't know what I would do there.
No, no. We've had some really random artists, really random answers from artists. So
I
they've
still
been
like
a
I've
lot of them
actually
have been
been
quite fun.
thinking about that in the back of my head since you asked me that. What would I do? Like,
If you come up with an answer, you can just drop us an email.
all right.
That would be cool. So tell us, so what is in store for the rest of 2024 for you and the Kody, I've got it wrong, Kody Norris Show, sorry.
Yeah, you're good. So we have a really big year. Like I said, we're going to Norway. We're going to the Netherlands. We're gonna be playing probably more than 70, 80 shows this year altogether. Um, let's see. Hopefully more Opry appearances. That's always in store for us. New record. We're in the process of getting songs like that. We've been in the studio recording, the first songs to release the singles. Um, we're trying to keep the what is the word? Keep everything going. I mean, it's a lot. We have a good team, but people don't have a clue how much time and efforts and all that it takes to go into making everything work. And even at our level, I can't imagine big, 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 big levels how many people they have working for them. And but we have a really good team, and I'm anxious to see what's in store. I wish I could give you an answer on what is in store, but I only know a few things, and they may not happen. I don't have a crystal ball, so.
Yeah, well, you never know. It could be this amazing year. I mean, you've had a fantastic end of last year, and this year's just going to
Absolutely,
keep
yeah.
going. And hopefully, as you said, you get more appearances in the Opry and everything else. That'd be awesome. So,
Well, and we put on we host a couple events in Mountain City too. We do a thing at our house that's literally in our backyard in July. And so that takes a lot of my time planning it, getting it lined out. And then in September, we do this thing called the Mountain City Fiddlers Convention. And it's a fiddle contest that in 1925, it started in 1925. So it'll be 100 years old in just 2 years, or
wow.
next year rather. And so we've taken that over, and it's a lot of work too. So we do a lot of that stuff, but we like I said, we do a little bit of everything.
That's cool. Now, okay, I have to ask, how do you do a fiddle competition? Is it like, do they have to play certain pieces, or is it?
So there's a lot of rules, but the two main rules are you have to play 2 songs, and one of them has to be like a slower song, and one has to be a hoedown, we call it. And then you're judged on accuracy and your appearance and how you handle yourself and all that stuff. And so then the judges, they just have a score sheet. And this year we had about 50 contestants, and it was the first year back after maybe 10 years or so. So, well, probably more like 8 years, but 50 contestants is we were hoping to even have 20, and we had 50. So we're aiming for at least 50 this year. Maybe more will show up.
That'd be cool. So do you have is it like age groups? Do you have
yeah, we have adult, we have youth and adult. We've actually, this year we started a thing called the fiddle off. And what happens is the youth winner and the adult winners go into the same category, and they win money in their categories if they win. But then they go together and they compete for a handmade fiddle that the back of it says like Mountain City Fiddlers Convention Champ or something. And it's worth about like $5,000. And so they win that, and then plus more money. And believe it or not, I have seen that, like, people are like, well, it's not fair to put kids in with adults. Well, I have seen kids beat the adults because you're not playing 2 songs, and an adult might have messed up in his category, not meaning to, and he still may have won, but he might mess up in the next category, and that just kind of separates the men from the boys to me, on who's got their stuff together. So
it's like the devil went down to Georgia.
Exactly.
I love that song. It's just absolutely amazing. The fiddle playing in it. I mean, the song, is great, but the fiddle playing is just like, is just awesome. That sounds like fun, actually. That sounds like fun. Perfect. So it's been fun chatting with you. Absolutely fun.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me. And if anybody wants to check out our band, the Kody Norris Show, Kody with a K, be sure to look on our website. And if you want, be sure to look and see where we're going to be. You can buy merch. If they're ordering overseas, they have to message us before they place the order. But we do ship overseas. So
perfect. All the links will be in on the video once it's released. So they'll have everything they need. But yeah, thank you very much for joining us, guys. Have a great one.
Thank you so much.
No worries. Oh, yeah.
If you enjoyed today's episode of Crazy Women Country, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Be sure to click the subscribe button for new interviews weekly. And thank you, friends, for joining us today on Crazy Women Country, where women's voices matter.